Thank you for spending part of your Tuesday with us here on Mid Morning. So this is something you probably have been prompted to do at the checkout line, give to charity.
Now, a new survey from Binghamton University in New York shows 53% of Americans give impulsively to charities at checkout. Are you surprised to hear that? Do you all give to checkouts or to charity at checkouts?
So like the rounding up?
Like the rounding up?
Yeah,
I do.
I usually do in the rounding up.
Yeah.
Now,
Really?
if it's like 73 cents, nah. But if it's 13, yeah.
Then you'll do it
I'm
on
just kidding.
13.
I'm just kidding. I usually do the roundup.
Yeah?
Yeah, it happens to me at Walgreens a lot.
That's the one spot. Where do you guys get them?
Sometimes it'll be at the grocery store. Sometimes I say, just go and round it up.
Yeah.
The grocery store?
Yeah.
I'd say I've seen it recently, like the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That it's really taken off.
Well, I mean, part of that reason is it brings in a lot of money.
Yeah,
Think about, even if you get half of people that give, you're talking, I think they calculated in 2022, $750 million. That's a lot of money for these nonprofits.
Think about that. This is like the nickel and diming here and there. So it's the 15 cents here.
Yeah.
It's the 25 cents here when you continue to round up. But that's not the only things that you can do. You can do the roundup, but there are other ways you can give too.
Sometimes they ask for like $1,
Yeah.
$5.
How often do you know the charity that you're giving to when you do round up? Or
I'm not very familiar with it, but wherever it goes, hopefully it's doing some good. And I really appreciate if I pay with cash and I get like a solid, dollar back.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with the change. So go ahead and take it. Yeah.
I will tell you that one of the most common good questions that we would get was, do the companies that you donate towards at the checkout, do they get a tax write-off?
Oh.
I don't know why this was, I have an idea. There was a viral TikTok video back in 2020 that was telling everybody that the companies can write off what you give. It's not true.
It's not
so
true.
There have been several fact checks on this because the company is just a holder for the money. The company, so the Walgreens, for example, they cannot take that roundup or that dollar that you give and then write it off as a donation that they're giving on your own. Now, technically, you could write off that 73 cents if that's how you choose to do your taxes. But the company cannot. So I just want to put that information out there because I think a lot of people think that to be the case.
it's a write-off. Well, who's writing it off?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's
It's a write-off.
It's a
Yeah.
Seinfeld reference once again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies.
But think about it, though. At some point, because this does bring in so much money, people are wanting to look at this. Who is giving? It turns out that women and black people are giving more, right? And it's but they want to know who is giving and how much they're giving because it's so much money, and how much is too much? If we keep inundating people with this, are they just going to say, oh, it's easy to say no?
When you think about who typically gave in the past,
Right.
there was a profile they had. It was an older person, established person who was a little more well-off financially.
Yes.
Not the case anymore. So to your point, building that profile to figure out who is giving, because now if it's only 15, 20 cents, everyone can give at this point.
Yeah.
Really interesting.